Everyone, this is a great day to be alive. This is Dr. Willie Jolley and
It's Dee.
Taylor-Jolley. All right, let's talk about it. Here we go. You've lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. You lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone. Gone, gone. Whoa, whoa, boom, 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 boom. What we're talking about tonight, what happens when you lose that loving feeling? What happens?
Your relationship is stale.
Stale, boring.
Boring.
No more energy, no more excitement.
You don't really want to talk about it, but that's really what you're feeling.
A lot of people we've been experiencing talking about who have reached out. We want to remind you to reach out. Oh, I didn't tell it for people who might be first timers. We're the authors of the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. And we are grateful for this book. So many of you have been buying. We were signing and sending books today, right?
Yes, we did.
All right. And people are ordering. They're getting 2 copies. We recommend that. And people are taking us up.
Focus is on 3 areas: sex, money, and communication.
The book talks about sex,
money, communication.
So money.
If you master that, you really mastered everything. Communication is the common thread. Issues around sex and issues around money.
Right. And if you got some issues, it usually can be solved via communication. So,
which really you would think is easy, but it really is not, because people have different communication styles that you have to understand. You don't have to have the same communication style, but you have to be willing to embrace your partner's style and work it.
One of the points, though, about the losing that loving feeling that goes along with what you just said is many people do not know their mate's love language. What it is that turns them on. They don't study.
And that's Gary Chapman.
That's Gary Chapman's book.
The 5 Love Languages.
But more importantly, it's a matter of studying your mate. Taking time to learn them. What do they like? So one of the things.
So study means to also observe. So you don't have to ask. Asking questions is very important. Yeah. Listening, question, clarify. But also.
Oh, don't fly by that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
LQC.
LQC. Listen. Ears, eyes, body. Listen, question. Are you saying?
Are you saying? Did you mean?
You raise this question. Let me see if I understand what you're saying.
Is that? Oh.
And then you summarize. Is that what you meant to say? That's exactly.
Or no, that's not what I meant. Oh, clarify. Listen, question, clarify.
Which means you really have to slow down, because we're moving so very fast in life. Everything's happening. And I was reading this article today at the Wall Street Journal, and the article all over the place in terms of what's happening now with the Delta variant, and that people don't know if they're back in the office, if they're at home. If they're back in the office, what are the hours? I still have to have childcare. There are all of these things going on. So there's also major frustration. And then there's also the major financial divide. More millionaires have been made during COVID with their 401k plans, which is an article by Michelle Singletary, Washington Post on Sunday in the business section.
Don't go there. You get ready to go. Let's stay focused. Because she will get on that. She'll get on that. Look, I want to talk about for a few minutes. We want to talk about when you lose that loving feeling. Now let's back up. When most people fall in love, it's fantastic.
They're hot to trap.
Oh, it's just awesome. Everything wonderful. Everything. The birds are singing. The butterflies are flying.
Because you want to find that right person. You want to be on a hunt all the time.
Well, some people, as we say in the book, chapter number 1, some people are addicted to the feeling of new love, like new car smell. They just, ooh, I get that, ooh. And when it starts to get a little old, they got to break up and go find a new love. I know a guy like that. I got a friend of mine who is always falling in love and falling out of love. Falling in love, falling. Now, first of all, you start with that.
So it's the conquest.
Well, it's the feeling of love. I don't know whether it's the conquest. Well, women have it too. It's that new.
I'm not saying women can't have conquest.
I'm just saying, but it's the new love experience, the new love syndrome. But then, what do you do to keep it fresh? to keep it going. And that's where people fall out of love. That's where marriages, many times people have what we call the gray divorce.
Well, the great divorce is you've been in a marriage 20, 30 years and you're normally tend to be over 50. And you look up and the kids are grown and gone. And that was more of the common thread that held you together. And now you're looking at the situation and you don't have anything to talk about.
Or don't have
That's
anything
more of
common.
the great divorce.
Now we're going to talk about that because what you can do early in the relationship to keep that from happening. Okay, so you've kind of lost that love and feeling.
So you jumped from lost the love and feeling to the great divorce.
No, I just brought that. I just brought that in.
Okay, but I was going to say, in line with that is the 7-year itch.
We've seen that with some folks in our time.
So you have the relationship, you know, you made the commitment, you got married, and then the first couple of years, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Maybe you have the kids, you bought the house because you now, you know, you want to be vested. You're working on building your wealth. Everybody's working. You're moving up the corporate ladder. And then you look up and you realize you have really kind of not been communicating effectively with each other. You've got longer days of work, or your hours are so very different. They're coming, they're going. Just got the dog to take out for a walk or to the vet. Child care is now non-existent. Y'all are trading times taking care of because you're in the midst of COVID, and maybe the child care disappeared, or maybe you're group child caring with couples down the street, and you hire a live-in nanny that goes to one person's house for several people. So there's so much going on that in the midst of this, you lose being connected with each other. All right. So you've gone from hot to trot, finding the person, to, okay, now we're together. We're going to establish the stability, the home, the family, everything. Right.
Yep. And so one of the things that we've learned is, go ahead. I was going to say, one of the challenges is when you get in a routine that never changes and is so completely.
Well, the routine is good because now you know.
Hold on. I want to push back on that. One of the challenges, or one of the reasons people have that 7-year itch, or they have that getting that boring relationship, is they get so in a routine that they never have any spontaneity. Nothing ever changes. So one of the things we want to encourage people is surprises, spontaneity, something out of the ordinary. That.
Can you plan a surprise?
If you think about it, you can. I surprised you and took you to Paris, didn't I?
I know. That was on the list of one of my things that I was going to say in terms of doing something different, right?
Just pack a bag.
But, yes.
Pack a bag. Where are we going?
Was
just
true.
Pack a bag.
You said pack a bag for a long weekend. You
for
did
a
say
long...
that, which was my birthday. But here's the thing. It goes back to doing, you're saying spontaneity, but we try to do something spontaneous every week, which is Thursday.
Oh, let me just say one thing. Let me say, it was two of us, two couples, and the two husbands took the two wives who had to have the same birthday to Paris. We just told them both to pack a bag. Here's what I want to say: spontaneity, the impact of spontaneity. Both the brothers got hooked up when we got to Paris. Yeah.
You might be addicted.
You might be addicted. That's right. Terrence is right. So anyway, so spontaneity. We took them to Paris, and it was well worth it.
Now you don't have to go over. You know, you might not have the resources.
And spontaneity. I sometimes spontaneously
to be spontaneous with date night, which we've chosen to be Thursday. Now, why is that? We kind of fell into that because it was approaching the end of the week. It was not the weekend because we had kids, it had soccer and all the other kind of stuff going on. So Thursday just kind of fell and worked out well.
But plus, I must finish spontaneity. I might bring you a cup of coffee, or she might bring me a smoothie, or we might with
thoughtful. That's where the spontaneity comes in, just being thoughtful.
Okay, so when
we take it to the next step, though, that date night is very important in intentionally connecting.
So one of the things we want to recommend, we talk about it in the book, but we got a whole chapter in the book on about this issue of keeping the romance alive. It's a special section about keeping the romance Alive.
So a routine to the point where you're not spending quality time with each other leads to boredom.
Yep.
Okay. But you can have a date night like we have Thursday, and I look forward to Thursday with Willie. Now, what we did last, we went out to get ice cream.
Went to get ice cream and poor little thing.
And he drives me around, and we got
Miss Daisy.
And then he drops me off to go get the ice cream. And what happened to me?
She got a little bee sting.
I got a major bee sting.
I mean, it was.
I got out of the car to go to the ice cream shop. We were in Southwest, and this thing pricked me. Oh my goodness! And it started to swell.
It got bigger and bigger
Thursday,
and bigger.
Friday, throbbing where I could not bend my finger.
It was huge. It was huge. So I made a call for her.
You did.
I said, I'm going to take care of it. Called my doc.
Had to get some prednisone.
Yeah.
So.
It's got a steroid or some sort.
Yeah, it's better now.
All right, so look, let's talk about the importance of date nights. We want to start with the importance of date night. We talk about it every time we've done a seminar, every time we've been at a church event, every time we talk about date night. And people line up to get the books. They come in line. People line up, and we ask each one, do you have a date night? No, we've been talking
about 90% don't have it.
No, we've been talking about it. We're going to have one soon, but we got the kids. We ain't got no money. They got every excuse. I said, money is not necessary to have a date night. Not necessary. All you got to have is like intention. Well, we go out on dates. I said, no. An intentional, in your schedule, planned date night every week.
Moses wrote in thoughtfulness.
Okay.
Karen said, RRA, romantic relationships addiction.
That's probably true. So first of all, folks, you got to have a date night. We are challenging and encouraging and imploring everybody to have a date night, at least one night a week.
Come up with a creative idea and share it with us, and then we'll share it with everybody.
Yep. Share the date night.
What's something special that you do on a date night that doesn't cost a fortune or going to Paris?
Doesn't have to call it, but
that you can share.
Well, you don't have to spend any money. We did not spend money when we first started. We had no money.
We didn't have any.
Yes, we both said that same. We didn't have no money, so we didn't spend any money because we didn't have it. We had 2 children. This house was drafty because we were trying.
We had plastic on the windows.
Plastic on the windows. We was trying to just keep the lights on.
And 2 kids in private school.
Well, our money went to private school. We were eating pork and beans and sardines and tuna fish. That was we never ate out, did we?
Never.
We never ate out.
A treat was McDonald's on the weekend.
Checkers. That was a treat.
No, first it was McDonald's.
Oh, okay. Then William with Checkers. And, all right. So we didn't have any money, but you don't need money for a date night. You don't need money. What you need is intention. Intention. This is our time now. That's one thing. Next thing we recommend to keep the couple
Karen
things.
Says, drink a bottle of water and eat your favorite subs together, or watch a movie at home. Great idea.
That works. And now at this time of
Charlotte says free movie nights that are paid for by the city you live. You're right.
All of these
and
things.
You know what's popular now? Where you drive to the location, and that used to be something when I was growing up, where
driving movies.
The driving movie, and they would put the thing.
The speaker on the door.
Yeah.
All right. So another couple of things. You should talk to each other. Have question night. 100 questions. I.e., here's some examples of 100 questions. Why did you marry me? I mean, what was it that attracted you? Believe it or not, that's an interesting and intriguing question. As she asked me, I told her all this time she was smart. What attracted me was her brains. Now, she was beautiful and she was sexy, but she was smart.
And not available.
She was not available. She was not interested.
I didn't fall all over you. That was the issue.
And then I asked that question. What is it that attracted you in the first place to me? Why did you marry me? What was the reason? Okay, here's another one. Well, here's one I wrote down. If you what does your dream day look like? What does your dream day look like? How about your dream day in retirement? What would that look like?
Or is there retirement? See, we make an assumption that we want to retire.
That's an assumption. That's right. And you and I, most people know me, I don't ever plan to retire. I may slow down, but I love what I do. And I'm just figuring out new ways to do it, new ways to motivate, inspire.
And
people.
I, on the other hand, am always planning for when he can't do what he says he loves to do.
Right.
Then I have to make sure that as we look at the financial picture and investments, that there are options of what would my ideal be like. I would be sitting in a corner, reading a book, writing down ideas, and sharing information.
There you go. So, chapter 9, always date your mate. We recommend you have a date night. We also recommend dating your mate by having a time when you just walk together holding hands. Now, we went with a couple one time, or talked to a couple, and they said we never held hands. And we had to and it was very uncomfortable for them initially. And they finally got it done.
What's that? It's kind of like the what's the hand that doesn't come out?
Yeah. What is that? Alligator arms. All right. So here are a few more things.
You could do spa night.
The spa night.
And what does spa night mean? Everybody's into. There are 1,000,001 nail salons or spas, so there's got to be popular.
Pastor Herb and his wife over in Baltimore, I spoke for.
Yes.
They do their date is a weekly. Monday's his day off. She works for the church, and Rochelle and Pastor Herb, and they go to the spa and to the nail salon and get a manicure together.
That's part of their relaxing time
together, and then they go to lunch. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have built in their date time. We're encouraging you to do it together. Now,
you can do spa, toes, fingernails, a massage. You can do that at home.
You could do it at home. All right, next one is setting goals for your relationship. We set goals. And we love what Damon John.
Christine likes my glasses.
Clip
each other's toenails. Now, having said that, I said to Willie, I'm always looking at his toes because I'm toenails. I'm like, what is wrong with your toe?
So she made me go to the podiatrist
because he clipped his own toenails and he clipped a big toe too closely and it looked bloody. I'm like, what is wrong with your toe?
And I said,
you cannot clip your toenails. So he had to make an appointment to go to the podiatrist so that he didn't have an infection.
I didn't have no infection.
He can't clip his own toenails. I'm like, the most that you can do is use the nail file.
Anyway, let's keep going. But she has issues. What are your nails today?
They're not. They're no polish. No polish.
And it's so rare. But she sits up at night doing her nails.
It's mentally relaxing after dealing with him all day.
Setting goals for your relationship. We want to encourage you. We set goals. And our friend Damon John, when I had him on my XM show, Damon said one of the sexiest things that he and his wife have done together, it really turns him on and floats his boat, is setting goals together. Now, if you
don't have a goal setting session,
we'll have
that's different.
Couples goal. But if you need help with your goals, we have a goal setting course already. It's williejolly.com/win. WIN. williejolly.com/win. Oh, I think it's wjspeaks.com/goals. Either one will get you to the same page. Invest in the goal setting class and do it together. Do it as a couple.
You might discover that your goals are not the same.
You might,
and there needs to be an intersection.
There needs to be an intersection. And where can I support you with your goals? Mm-hmm. You should support me with my goals. Mm-hmm. So we encourage you to do that. Mm-hmm. So everybody, we encourage you to set goals together.
That's nice. What about doing a puzzle together?
That's good. That would work.
And your favorite beverage.
All right. So again, goal setting, williejolly.com/win or wjspeaks.com/goals. Take a trip together. Well, we just talked about our trip, but we take lots of trips together. Just sometimes
a day trip.
We take a day trip.
That's because he likes driving his car, and I like him driving me around.
I like that car. It's fast. It's fun. It drives itself. All of that. So anyway,
and he drives me around. And you know what? As he drives me around, I always have something to read about money, finance, that kind of thing. And I'm sharing with him what I learned about, like Home Depot.
Yeah, she'll talk about finances. Now, here's another one. Walk. I'm not gonna let you go down that rabbit hole. I know where you're going. I see it coming, like a slow left. You getting ready to say, "Home Depot is a goodbye." I say, I'm not even letting you go down that rabbit hole. I'm talking. I'm saying,
putt is good too.
Putt is great. Now, that's a great one, Derek. Okay, here's another one. Walk down memory lane. Where did y'all have your first date? The place we had our first date was the Mr. Tavern. Miss Colonel Brooks Tavern, you know? One of our early days.
That was
early
one
days.
of our
Early days.
Yeah. The first time we went for a lunch date
was at the
I insulted you.
Yeah, the post pub. I won't go in there because that wasn't fun. That wasn't a fun memory. But a nice memory. We can find a nice memory, okay? And go and re-experience that memory where you were. What did you do? Reminisce. Okay. Get educated together. That's with her. She shares with me her financial literacy that she's learning and she's growing.
So we're both getting educated. But while he's working on that, when we come together in the evening,
we did it yesterday when we were riding. You were listening to a podcast, right? And I just listened, and
then I would fill in details about what I had learned about that. How we should be changing our investment portfolio, because he doesn't really have time to do that. So that's a money responsibility that I've taken on, but I have to keep him informed because we're making our financial decisions together. It's just that I've got more detail.
Another couple we know, they took a cooking class together. And one took something about knives. Different types of knives you can use. They took a class. They take a class.
And then we did the chocolate thing.
Oh, that was great. The chocolate.
We did chocolate cooking class.
Oh, that was making chocolate.
That was a gift for Valentine's Day from your cousin.
Making chocolate. We did it via Zoom. Maybe we should do that. Would y'all like that? Would y'all like to be involved with that chocolate making class? If so, send us an email, info@williejolly.com. Info, that's a great thing. We can help arrange it. And, you pay your registration and we'll set it up. How's that? That's good?
Do a challenge, a $5 date, a $10 date, a $50 date.
All right.
Wow.
Now, what else? Get educated together. And then we want you to talk about sometimes when you're holding hands, just tell each other, you look good. I said to her the other day.
That was nice. Whatever I had on the other day, you said, "Oh, you look so great." I was like, I thought about it. Then I came back. I said, "Thank you for saying that." She said,
"Thank you for saying that." I said, "You do look good. You turned me on. Got your little tight dress on."
I think I had a dress on.
She had a little tight dress on. Everything was popping. I said, "You turned me on. You look good. You got me going." We still got the fire, folks. Fire. Okay, so we got 4 minutes left in the show. Give me the things you wrote down.
Okay.
Oh, let me give you a couple, and then again, a couple things out of the book that we.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You want to go walking? Do a museum for the museums that are free. In DC, the museums are free. Or find the free museums. I don't think there are that many free museums in New York, however. So I like dancing, the free from YouTube dance classes where you can learn. One of the things that I haven't gotten to with Willie is that I like hand dancing.
We've been talking about that for years.
And the DC hustle or whatever it is, that doesn't float my boat. But like my brother and I hand dance together. I keep saying, Willie, I want to learn to hand dance, but I have not actually put it on the schedule because I've been boxing.
That's the next thing. This woman. So, date night, hold hands. One more thing, very important. Keep your love alive. Tell each other I love you every single day. Every single day, I love you. I love you. Who loves who more? I love you more than you love me. We do that every day. Have been doing
I love you daily.
Daily. Who loves who more? Remember that, and I told a guy this not long ago, that the greatest relationship are seesaws. That whoever loves least is in power. Whoever loves least, so you want that to vacillate from side to side. One day I love her more than she loved me. Another day she loved me more than I love her.
So how do you know that? People say, well, how do you know if one person loves more than the other? Well, maybe you were thoughtful first because you brought me the coffee before I had a chance to make you your smoothie.
That's
now,
true.
This morning, I loved you more.
You brought me the smoothie.
Because you were down there working, and I said, I brought you a smoothie.
Sure did. Brought me a smoothie, and it was good, and I thanked her. And then I said, what can I do for you? So I took the mail for you.
He took the mail for me.
I said, I'll take it.
Because we had product sales to go, and I would normally go to the post office. He says, I'll take the mail.
I love what Terrence says here. Outgive each other.
Oh, I like
Terrence,
that.
that's right on. Outgive each other. See who can outgive, who can outdo, who can love more. So those are some of the thoughts today. We want to encourage everybody to do us a favor. Send us a note, info@williejolly.com with some of the issues, questions, concerns, things you want us to talk about. Info@williejolly.com. Go to ajollymarriage.com or jollymarriage.com. Just jolly, Jolley, marriage.com. Order the bundle. We recommend the bundle. A number of people have been getting the bundle. 2 books, 2 workbooks, audio book, and a CD seminar. Get the whole bundle. It's less than $200, worth every penny. You'll be glad you did. And it's an investment in your relationship. And then we're going to have these seminars. We're going to do it after Labor Day. We're going to do it.
Well, we have to plan.
We're going to plan it and make it happen.
I will say one thing.
Yes.
Couples in business together. Married business partners. What does that look like?
Well, that's a whole nother subject. We can't do it now, but we got
I
a minute
know,
left.
but I'm saying.
I know you want to do it because she want to go down that rabbit hole so bad. She loves talking about it. She will talk her.
I am the back office boss, and I actually have
A
an
website.
interview. Well, I have an interview coming up on Saturday.
She's going to talk about the back office boss and the finances. Look, folks, we want to thank you. Miss Christine Jones says she wants a husband, and you know what? That's one of the sessions that we think that Dee will be able to
have Zelle? Yes.
Yeah, we do have Zelle. Yes. Yes, we do have Zelle. But I want a husband. Look, Christine, Dee can tell you how she got me to be interested when I was a man about town. Okay. And
all about town.
And how she attracted me by being becoming my best friend first, but more importantly, that she was not falling all over me. It was intriguing, it was captivating, it was compelling, and I ended up marrying her, begging her to marry me. And she said no, but finally she said yes.
Send an email, Christine.
Yeah, send her an email. All right, thank y'all.
To info@WillieJolly.
Terrence said we need a part 2 on this. We'll come back with more next week then.
More part 2. Oh, that would be great. Have some other things.
Do you post the address for Zelle or email? Just email us, Terrence. info@williejolly.com. info@williejolly.com. Hey, look, folks, we're working on some new stuff to make this show go to the next level. We want to thank you all. We want to encourage you to
You just said you were working on it.
I don't say it yet because I
can't
say it yet because I don't want to put it out there until I know we're going to work on it.
Yes,
I got to learn it. But thank y'all. Do me a favor. Share this A Jolly Marriage with everybody you know on Facebook, on Instagram. And we want to thank y'all again for joining us. We are so grateful for all of you again.
Thank you for your friendship.
Yeah, thank you. My birthday coming up September the 3rd. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm figuring it out. We'll see you soon.
You said you're going to the beach.
Yeah, but I'm going to do something that weekend to have, some sort of celebration.
But you can't have a party.
Like, not this year. I usually have a big party. Not this year.
Cannot.
Can't do it. All right. We want to be careful, want to be safe, and get through this. All right, folks. God bless y'all. Have a great week on purpose. God bless you.
Jolly out.
Jolly out. Go to jollymarriage.com. All right. God bless. Bye-bye.